How is it possible that a continent rich in gold, diamonds, and oil ends up begging for loans? Today, we uncover the tangled web of how Africa's so-called leaders became mere puppets in the hands of Western powers while the wealth of their nations slips through their fingers. Spoiler alert, it's not just history, it's happening right now. Let's face it, Africa isn't poor. In fact, it's ridiculously rich in resources. Yet it somehow always ends up broke, exploited, and tied to the whims of the West. The question is, why? And the answer? A disturbing cocktail of manipulation, greed, and betrayal, served up by none other than the continent's own leaders. Buckle up, because this is going to sting. The puppet masters and their strings. Let's name names. Many African leaders over the decades have sold their soul sand, their nations for power and personal gain. Take Mobutu Sese Seko of Zaire, now the DRC, for example. He lived in obscene luxury while his people barely survived, all while cozying up to Western powers for aid that lined his pockets. Sound familiar? And what about Gnassingbé Eyadéma of Togo? He danced to the tune of Western interests for decades, ensuring his rule while Togo's economy crumbled. Or Paul Biya of Cameroon, a man who's held power for over 40 years with little to show for it but Western-backed stagnation. It's a never-ending cycle. The West props up leaders who toe the line, sell their nation's resources for peanuts, and then stash the money in European banks. And when their time is up, another puppet steps in to keep the show running. Riches with chains. Africa's natural wealth, diamonds, gold, oil, coltan should make it a global powerhouse. Instead, these resources are a curse. Why? Because they're extracted by foreign companies, with deals brokered by leaders too eager to please their Western benefactors. Think about it. Every diamond from Sierra Leone, every ounce of oil from Nigeria, and every ton of coltan from the Congo ends up enriching someone else. All the while, the people living above these treasures are left in poverty. It's like owning a treasure chest, but being forced to watch someone else steal from it daily. Why it happens, and why it keeps happening? Here is the kicker. It's not just the leaders, it's the system. The global financial institutions in a World Bank keep African nations in a debt trap. Loans come with strings attached. Sell your resources cheap, privatize your industries, and play nice with the West. Leaders who resist, they're conveniently replaced, sanctioned, or worse. Let's not even start with the CIA-backed coups. From Patrice Lumumba in the Congo to Kwame Nkrumah in Ghana, leaders who dared to challenge the system mysteriously disappeared, only to be replaced by more compliant faces. So, where does that leave Africa? Stuck in a vicious cycle where the leaders are puppets, the West pulls the strings, and the people. They're left fighting over the crumbs. The continent's riches are its curse, because they've been weaponized against it. If this doesn't make you question everything you know about global politics, I don't know what will. But here is the real question. Can Africa ever break free from the puppeteer's grip? Or are we doomed to watch history repeat itself? If this video gave you something to think about, hit that like button and subscribe for more untold truths about history and power. Let's make this channel the place where we challenge the narrative sand, maybe, just maybe, spark some change. Thanks for watching. This is a ready-to-record narration for your faceless YouTube history channel.